Hello everyone. Encompassing all of the realms of data and analytics, we have moved on to the final frontier, which is artificial intelligence and machine learning. Now, what comes to your mind when you first think about artificial intelligence? Is it like the army of robots, decimating the entire human race, or is it something which is very peaceful or pleasant, wherein you interact with your robo on a daily basis? It does your household chores, it takes you for a walk outside if you are old, and like a Google Home or a setup which is more pleasant than you think you're naturally living in today. So food for thought for now. This is Alok Pandey, and I'll take you through the concepts of artificial intelligence and machine learning. Coming to the definition part now. What is artificial intelligence? Artificial intelligence is a wide range concept which actually deals with creating smart machines which can perform tasks like a human intelligence tool. Now what is machine learning, for example? Machine learning is the application of artificial intelligence. So artificial intelligence, as we understand, is a wide concept, and machine learning is an application which actually deals with creating programs and machines which can learn and improve on their own basis the experiences that they get. So I hope it is more or less clear, but to make it more clear for you, because I didn't understand it in the first place when I read it, the definitions that is. So to make it more clear for you, I will give you real-time examples. In the real world, what do we deal with on a daily basis? We commute to work, we look at the weather around and things like that. So when you commute to work, what are the applications that you use? You basically use Google Maps, or you use rideshare apps like Ola and Uber, right? So what does Google Map actually give you? Google Map gives you the exact route that you should be taking. There are multiple routes to your office. There can be multiple routes to your office or home. So it gives you the optimal route that you need to take to reach your destination. The second thing that it gives you is the optimal price. It gives you the traffic, real-time traffic that you will face while reaching your destination. It also tells you where are tolls, where has an accident happened, and things like that. So this is one application that we use on a regular basis, which is Google Maps. So now that we understand artificial intelligence and machine learning, we need to understand the types of machine learning. So there are two types of machine learning which are relevant in the real world scenario, which is supervised learning and unsupervised learning. Now what is supervised learning? So for example, I'll give you an example of that from the real world scenario. So we all tag our photos in Facebook, right? So how do you think Facebook gets the knowledge of who that person is? Actually, when it gives you the example of so for example, my name is Alok Pandey. Now someone uploads my photo and it gives me an option of tagging myself. How does it happen? It is actually learning from all of the photographs that are coming in to Facebook's database, and it is giving me an option to tag myself. So that is where machine learning is embedded into Facebook's applications, and that is how we understand that these are this is supervised learning, because it actually gives me the real name for myself. So now what is the difference between supervised learning and unsupervised learning in the real world scenario? Supervised learning is nothing but it gives me a thing to cluster myself into and label my clusters. Now for example, I have multiple pictures of animals, so I have to cluster them into different segments, like some of them have to be reptiles, some of them will be mammals, etc., etc. So how do we cluster themselves? That is where supervised learning gives me an example to cluster them using models like regression, models like decision trees, and classification techniques. Okay, unsupervised learning, however, does not give me an option of clustering data into labels. It can give me differentiation between the data. For example, it will differentiate the reptiles and mammals, but it will not label them as reptiles and mammals, because that is not the end goal of unsupervised learning. Okay, so supervised learning will act like a teacher, where the data is actually the teacher and it is giving the end result as the labels. However, unsupervised learning teaches itself to get clusters and information of that sort. Now that we have gone through all the concepts of artificial intelligence and machine learning, I'll leave you with food for thought, with the first thought that we had, what is actually artificial intelligence and how are these machines actually going to impact the universe. Thank you. Signing off, Alok Pandey.